Isn't that nice? Two lovebirds, and it's not even Valentine's Day. Two lovebirds making a video live stream. How crazy is that? That's crazy as all get out. So let me see if I can find myself. I might have to go out and come back in. Yeah. Let me go out and come back in. Homeless and struggling by my merch craziness. Okay. So let me flick through here and see if I come up. Okay, you see that? This is for educational purposes only. Let me turn up the volume so you can hear her for a minute.
Join that group. It's free.
Okay. It's for educational purposes only. They are reading a script. She's reading a script, and the comments are part of the script. That's how she comes up with quick one-liners. There's a few of them. They act exactly the same way. So just bringing you up on game on that one, putting you up on game. So let me turn this. And let me see if I can find myself in here. That's kind of cold. I'm hot. There, that's better. Yeah, I'm not coming up right away. So I might have to search myself the other way. Yeah. I'm way down low on the totem pole. Very, very low on the totem pole. So I'll go in the other way. I don't see why. They ain't got nothing good in here. But I guess their channels get more views than mine. This one's got 12 people viewing it. This one's got 147. Okay, let me go in the other way. Instead of making you wait here. This one's got 78. But these channels are garbage. Get out of here. Okay. So let me go in here. Well, I know the signal's good. I already know the signal's good. What's weird is how it lets me go in here and then it lets me search the web. That's weird. Okay, so we're ready. It's a little bit warm. And so I'm going to be talking about this one guy. I don't know if you know who he is. Okay. I don't have time to write his name down on a card. And I don't even think I have any cards in here to show you. Damn. Oh, wild one. Okay. A few. Yeah, I need to put some cards in here. I'll just write it on the back of Chris Norland's card. Okay, I'll write down his name so that you can see it. And I guess he's on YouTube and Facebook. Where did I see this at? I don't remember. Where's my marker? Let me get the marker so that you can see it, okay? So this guy is like, to tell you the truth, I think he's related to Kevin Trudeau. He just reminds me a lot of Kevin Trudeau. So let me write down his name. Okay. What is this other stuff? Okay, that's me. Okay, this is Norland. Okay, let me write it down here so that you can see it. Okay, his name is Dr. I'll write Doctor. Okay, I'll write DR. It's capital D, lowercase r, right? Okay, Dr. Berg. B E R G. Okay? This is the name of the channel. Okay? So that you can look for, I mean, anybody knows how to spell that, right? And just type that name in and then type in the benefits of raw milk. Okay? There's not a lot of people talking about this. And so, you know, I told you that Kevin Trudeau told you about this stuff. And there's a lot of multimillionaires that don't like this information. And not only that, but back then, 25 years ago, when Kevin Trudeau was doing this stuff, he was also talking politically about some stuff. And in my opinion, I think the Hispanic community hated him. And the reason why I say this is because I've said this a long time ago. When I was up in Salinas, California, I was driving truck, going cross country. I was in the travel center, and like usual, I was telling everyone about these things. And I was telling them about Kevin Trudeau. And there was this Spanish speaking person, and I told them about it. I said, they just threw him in prison. I remember when they threw him in prison. I was taking this one class. This one girl was in my class. I think her name was Cheyenne. There was Cheyenne, and I don't remember what I think it was. I think it was either what do they call that? Hygiene. I think it's hygiene, or it was some kind of psychology class. I don't remember what it was, but I remember that girl was in there because the teacher told us all to get up and introduce ourselves to each other. But this was the time when they put him in prison, so I remember. So I know what day it was. It was March, this month, 2017. And so that means that I was already going cross country. Yeah. Wow. I was like living in two different worlds. But anyway, and that dude, he was like, good. You know, I was telling him, yeah, they put him in prison for, for freedom of speech and all this other stuff. And so he acted like he misunderstood me, but they really didn't like what he was saying on his radio show. And this is one of the reasons why Judge Guzman brought the hammer down on him. I mean, that's what I'm thinking, because there's a lot of Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans uh, in Chicago, Cicero. I looked at the demographics. But anyway, um, so Kevin Trudeau was telling the people about this. So everybody got pissed off. He was just telling the truth. And everybody is pissed off when you start telling the truth. And so now he's still here, but those videos, don't ask me why, but they're not on YouTube. I don't know if he turned them off or what the hell, but they're gone. Where he used to talk about raw milk, it's not out there no more. And these were the videos he was making um, back in like 2009. It was like a really exciting show. You could sit there and listen. I used to fall asleep listening to it. I remember falling asleep a few times. Let me pull out a prop here to show you. Oh, here it is. Okay, so for the English speaking people, the people who speak English, okay, I looked it up. I asked AI. It's on this. Is this upside down? No. It's on this 12 disc audio book. Okay? This book was New York Times best-selling book. It's like the best-selling book ever. Right? Weeks and weeks. This is how the information got out there, even though they threw him in prison. But all the information that you're hearing now is the information he was putting out there. Okay? And so it's either on disc 4 or disc 5. I asked AI. That's where he talks about raw milk. Okay? And just for the hell of it, let's put on disc 4. I'll just let it play just for like, here's disc 5, okay? I don't know how disc 5 came out, but let's put disc 5 in here real quick and just take a quick glimpse. And then I'll tell you about Dr. Berg.
Reading thousands of pages of documents and hearing the first-hand accounts from virtually thousands and thousands of people and healthcare practitioners around the world, I've come up with what I believe to be the cause of virtually all sickness and disease in the body. There are only 2 reasons why a person becomes ill. Number 1, they catch something. This means your body picked up a germ, generally a virus or a bacteria.
Okay, so let me eject this. So it's either on this one or number 4. Okay, if you ever get this, it's in there somewhere. I'll look for it. I'm going to find it and I'll tell you exactly where it's at. Okay, I'll definitely do that. And I mean, I got the books in here. That's why I didn't find it, because I was inside and it's a hassle to go from inside to outside. So I'm going to look for it on this one. This is the smaller. This is the first edition. I'll look for it in here and find out where exactly it's at when I get back home. Okay, so Kevin Trudeau tells you all about milk. I can tell you about it too, okay? I'll tell you about it eventually. Right now, you can find out about raw milk, okay? And organic milk. You can find out all about it. But this doctor is all over the social media, and this is why it's really starting to catch on with the English speaking people. But the Latino, the Spanish speaking community, they have not caught on at all. Okay? And so I've already told you how I know this, okay? And for one thing, What this doctor is saying, Dr. Berg, what he is saying on this video that I just told you, just type in Dr. Berg and say the benefits of raw milk. This information is not available in Spanish. I searched for it. The only thing I can find in Spanish about raw milk, the benefits of raw milk, is all propaganda. Saying, don't drink raw milk. It's no good for you. It's all propaganda. That's how bad it is. It's not only not catching on, but it's infested with disinformation. Okay? Fear mongering. And so it's in real bad shape. And so anyway, make sure you check that out. Type that in. He's the only person talking about it. Nobody else is talking about raw milk. You'll find out what the difference is between the regular milk us poor people are getting and the raw milk the rich people are getting over at Sprouts Farmers Market. It's a grocery store. Sprouts Farmers Market. And if you look back, I forgot I was looking on something. This raw milk, it just barely hit the market. Like, I'm thinking like, I don't know. I know it's new. I will have to comment on a little bit more later. And then I will comment on it myself. But for right now, go listen to it from a doctor. Okay? I don't know if he's an MD or what the heck he is. I'll find out that too. The more information I give you, the more information I find myself researching. So I'll find out what kind of doctor actually he is. And so just type that in because nobody else is talking about it. It's only this one. Okay? He gives you the whole 9 yards. And just that he didn't say if you go to a website that is actually a farm right here in Fresno County. Okay? There's a farm right here. I couldn't believe this, right? It just out of nowhere. First I find out about the one over in Petaluma, and then I find out there's one right here in Fresno County. And the store's been here for a minute. It's just that when I heard it, I thought they were talking about a farmer's market. You know, when you hear about a farmer's market, they got like these swap meets or things. It never really occurred to me that it was a grocery store. And so, anyway, there is a dairy right here in Fresno County. And if you go to their website, it's called Raw Farm. And if you go to their website and you click on their products, it gives you the whole rundown. It tells you what the benefits of it are. But if you listen to Dr. Berg, that I think you'll be able to put pieces of the puzzle together and know how much better it is. And I think the way I've seen everything else, I think they're doing it on purpose. And look around you. People are finding out about this stuff, and look at the businesses that are going out. The businesses that were making freaking obscene profits off people being not well are now starting to go under. This is because I think people are finding out about this stuff. Okay? And utilizing the information, buying good food. And also I noticed the spaghetti. Okay, they're moving fast because it's freaking hitting their sales. I just went in and I checked for spaghetti, right? Because I've got some organic spaghetti, angel hair spaghetti. And so I looked in Walmart for some organic spaghetti. And and I couldn't get past that because they don't have it. I had to order mine from Amazon. And so I looked at the spaghetti that they have, and it says they already took off where it said enriched flour. They took off where it says enriched flour and they just put wheat, right? So it says ingredients, wheat. Then it says it has the synthetic chemicals or the synthetic vitamins, right? Folate and uh, vitamin B this and vitamin B that. Okay? Don't fall for it. Make sure it says organic because organic doesn't have synthetic bullshit in it. So they're being sneaky, right? People caught on to that the enriched flour is garbage. So now they're just putting wheat. They're completely confusing everybody. So as far as the spaghetti, you have to make sure that it says organic on it. And so, yeah. So you people who know the stuff, go check it out. I forgot the brand name, but I looked for some spaghetti and they're just putting wheat on it and it says wheat. And it has all those other synthetic vitamins. So I'm like, well, if it's organic wheat, why are you putting the same bullshit that you put in the enriched flour? So they're getting even more tricky about it. It's freaking pathetic. These people who have large platforms, they need to nip that one in the bud real quick. What they just done to the spaghetti. You know, spaghetti is pasta, right? It's made out of wheat. It's made out of wheat flour. So it's supposed to say wheat flour, right? And so um, it's supposed to be it's coming from Italy. So I don't know what the deal is with it, but they're confusing the people. If it's straight wheat, then why the hell are you putting that other crap in when everybody is thinking if they see these synthetic vitamins, that means it's enriched flour? They're being so devilish and deceptive. It's pathetic. And because it's hitting their sales, the people are catching on. They're changing the labels by the minute. And so anyway, later on I'll tell you about the milk, okay? And what Dr. Berg said and what Kevin Trudeau said. So, you people who are in Fresno, I know that the milk is expensive right now, okay? But at least try to buy a half gallon and let us know how it is, okay? And um and make some videos. You people who make videos, you people who live in the cities, you don't have nothing to talk about. Go to Sprouts Farmers Market. Look online right now. Find your local Sprouts Farmers Market and go down and buy some raw milk and make a video about it. Okay? And put it online so we can find out what the hell's going on. Let's make some noise. And you ice cream lovers, you know how bad the ice cream is, right? You've seen everybody making the videos with the garbage they're putting in the ice cream. It's not even ice cream, it's fake freaking chemical bullcrap. Well, you can go down to the store that I just told you, Sprouts Farmers Market, and it's in 25 states already. You can buy ice cream from Strauss Family Creamery. It's called Strauss, Straus, and get yourself some real ice cream and go make some YouTube videos about it. You people who are making live streams, make some videos about this. These two people who are sitting down there, take your butt down there and get some good ice cream. You always sit there and eat ice cream anyway. Eat some good ice cream and let the people know what you think about it. Okay? And so yeah, Dr. Berg said a lot of stuff that, you know, just makes you stop and realize what the hell's, it's all fitting together now. The wheat, the milk, and the businesses that were making obscene profits are going down. It's all starting to make sense. And so, moving on to the next subject. It turns out you can see these things. I was showing them to you last night. Okay. As far as the extraterrestrials, if you still are questioning if the extraterrestrials are here walking amongst us, if you still are wondering that, watch Kevin Trudeau's video talking about the aliens. Now, I told you, these two biggest whistleblowers on the planet, the two biggest whistleblowers on the planet is Kevin Trudeau and David Icke, who have both been persecuted. Okay? David Icke is banned in 30 European countries, 6 of which have kings. Okay? Kings and queens. Kevin Trudeau has been thrown into prison for 10 years for a bullcrap, bogus contempt of court charge that was the longest prison sentence in United States history for contempt of court, and mainstream news didn't say a word about it. And so these are the two biggest whistleblowers on the face of the planet. And I think they're extraterrestrials themselves. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So, if you're wondering if extraterrestrials are on the planet, Kevin Trudeau made a video, and it was February, I think he made it on February 2nd or February, because his birthday's on February 6th, I think. And let me check just for sure. Okay? Just for sure, let me find out exactly where it's at. I can't even remember. I was just watching it today. I mean, I was checking it so that I could tell you when he made it. Okay? Okay, so just a second. Okay, because this is important. Okay, so Okay, so this is Kevin Trudeau's channel. Now he's calling his channel the Kevin Trudeau Show, semicolon, um, Limitless. That's his name of his channel now. See him down there? I know this thing is not, it's not jiving pretty good. Okay, so view channel. Well, there you can see him better now. See him there? Okay. So, we go view channel. Then go to videos. See the video thing right there up on top. Click videos. And it's 5 videos down right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's titled, it's titled, Kevin Trudeau, Aliens Are Here. Disclosure Plan Revealed. Okay. It was 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to tell you the exact date that he loaded the video up.
You were sexually abused while at school?
I'll tell you the exact date that he loaded the video up. Okay. Okay, it was February 11. So I couldn't remember the date. See the date right there? It's February 11. I don't know why it's so terrible. So terrible to try and show you this stuff. Okay, so it was February 11, and that will tell you about the extraterrestrials. Keep in mind, I think he's an extraterrestrial himself, just like David Icke. I think he's an extraterrestrial too, right? Practice what you preach. That's what he's telling you. They're here. So what makes you think that he's not one? And so once you find out all the facts, because he's given you documented fact, okay? Once you find out the fact and realize that they are here and they've been here for a minute, then, oh man, I forgot to bring David Icke's book. Then I'm going to show you what they actually look like, because they might look all pretty, and you know how they show this, the spokesperson for the Trump administration, what's her name, Carolyn, how they look all pretty and everything. Well, they're shapeshifters, and if you see how they really look, okay, I'll show you. I mean, it's online, you can find it, but they got a bunch of different pictures, but I'll bring the book and I'll show you what they really look like. They're like, basically, it's a chameleon. You know how a chameleon can change its colors? You know how certain fish can completely change their whole, the way they look, they change their size? Okay, this is what they do. They know how to do this. Okay, so now moving on to the war. You know, everybody's talking about the war, the Iran war, and you know, we really don't know what's going on over there, because they don't even allow YouTube over there. Okay? This, in my opinion, is freaking bogus. Those people, they need to man up, cowboy up, and like they did over here, when they stood up to him and declared they were going to knock the mofos who are running this thing straight on the ass, down in the dirt. Even though they didn't accomplish it, they got put out by media, and that's why, the military, and that's why I promote the documentary, The Weather Underground, which the DVD, you can find it on You can find it on Amazon right now. And, you know, um, I told you can also find America Freedom to Fascism. And I think the only reason why they actually have America Freedom to Fascism, here it is. This is the Weather Underground. You can get the DVD on Amazon, but I don't know how much longer it will be available on Amazon, because as it is right now, all the books in Spanish by David Icke, they just all got pulled off of Amazon. Okay? They were there last month, and now they're all gone. I mean, they're still up there, you can see them, but they're like, you know, if you click the options, there'll be somebody like selling it for $450 for a book. Okay? This is the crap they do. He had about 4 different books written in Spanish. El Mayor Secreto, which I showed you last night. This one. That's the biggest secret. In Spanish it's called El Mayor Secreto. And it's see that little rascal there on the side? That old boy's being subpoenaed into court now. 25 years after he told you about it on these books. So I guess for some reason they don't want it to get to the Spanish speaking community, because all his books that were available in Spanish, you know, these are for the people in Spain because they're from Europe, they pulled every last one of them off the market. You can still get the ones in English, but anyway, so yeah, so these people who are talking about the stuff, the war, we don't know what's going on over there, because they don't even have YouTube over there. They don't let them have YouTube. So you don't have anybody have live streams. So I think it's a bunch of bullcrap. What's really going on is money, because they know that they can control everything with the media. And they're just like telling them, okay, what kind of deal are we going to make here? How many millions and millions of dollars after this, you know, financial thing straightens up? It's about money. They're making deals behind the scenes. Where do you think Judas Iscariot came from? Okay? Who do you think crucified Jesus Christ? This is where it all went down, I'm pretty sure. And so Judas and the bloodline of Judas Iscariot is in that land. So you don't think he's trying to get the 6 shekels of silver still? The oil? Oil is up to $100 a barrel now. What was it at before? $50? And so I think it's about money. This ain't about humiliating people, right? Like I was saying the other day, this is about money. And I mean, that's what I'm thinking. And so people who push these different narratives, like, we don't have anybody showing a live stream of what's really going on. They're saying that there's like 1,500 people, right? 12 Americans have been lost their lives, and I don't know, like 20 Israelis lost their life, and 1,500 Iranians have lost their life. Where's the bodies at? I haven't seen any bodies. I haven't seen any blood. Okay? So I went in and looking for it. And you know what their excuse is? Go look at their excuses. They give every excuse in the book. Okay? And so they've always done bullcrap like this. And now we have you know, uh, social media. But yet, there's absolutely zero content coming from this place. Okay? And so if you look back in the days, I know a lot of people who hate MAGA. People who hate MAGA hate anybody who likes MAGA. Okay? That's their prerogative. Now, people like who have a huge influence of people, whether they're ignorant or not. Okay? I'm not here to talk about that. But people who have a huge following, like these TV evangelists, like Paula White, right? Have a huge following. These people, they make their own reality. They don't talk about what's real. They make up their own bullcrap. If you listen back to the wars before and hear the things that were being spread in the holy communities, right? The people who watch TV and evangelists, it's a joke. And but anyhow, um, Jim Baker. He's lives in Missouri, over by Braden, Missouri. There's a lot of people who follow him. He used to have a multi-million dollar. Um, it was they had like their own Disneyland. They had their own Disneyland, had their own college, whole college campus to study religion. And it was called the TNT or TVT, whatever. Everybody used to watch this thing. You turn on in the morning, they're talking for days. They'd be talking. Well, now he's come out there, and you can see him. He's still on YouTube, and he's saying, "Yeah, I I got message from the doctor," and I'm like, "What? What doctor? What the hell are you talking about a doctor for?" And these people believe it like it was handed down on golden tablet, right? He uses this reference. Yeah, and I talked to the doctor, and the doctor told me that there's 50,000 people dead already, right? And they have to use landfills to bury them all. Listen to it. I think he just made this video this morning or this week or something. Saying there's 50,000 people, and they make all this stuff, and it's just crazy. They're making up their own reality, and it's not true. It's all bull. Where's the bodies at? They're saying they're sneaking them so that people don't think the wrong thing or this and that, and they're charging the families. The families have to pay some money, but they have to write down that it was the protesters who did it, not the other people. Just it's so much freaking horse shit. And so, just something to think about. Not even one live stream. That's freaking pathetic. Okay, so show picture and explain. Show picture of, oh yeah, the raw milk. So y'all know what raw milk looks like, right? Raw milk. And you can also get raw cheese. And then I heard kefir too. But if you go to the website, it'll tell you what the benefits are. Like on the hamburger, they got hamburger made out of these cows too, where they get the raw milk from. And it tells you the whole 9 yards about it. This company is called Raw Farm if you want to go in and get their products. But let me show you the milk. Yeah, here's the milk. I need to put it on photo paper. I got tons of photo paper. I just was being a little bit stingy. Here's the milk. Raw milk. You can get it at Sprouts Farmers Market. It's a grocery store. It's not a farmer's market. It's a grocery store, but it's called Sprouts Farmers Market. And that's the milk. It says raw milk. Okay? So when you listen to Dr. Berg, he'll tell you there's so many things about it. And it's all starting to make sense now. Like I said, it's a miracle that it's available here in California, because before it was only available in Montana and from the Amish farm over in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which was Amos Miller Farms, which they were saying forever and ever, 15 years, the last 15 years, we're going to put them in prison for selling this stuff, when they were all over there getting the good stuff themselves. Okay? Because it's a hop, skip, and a jump from Washington, D.C., where all the politicians are, right? All the extraterrestrials, reptilian shapeshifters. And so, just 2 years ago, I was telling you that they are getting the good stuff. Now, it's right here in California, right here in Fresno County. Just 2 weeks ago, I thought it was only available where they have the largest concentration of multi-billionaires anywhere in the nation, which is San Francisco, the Bay Area, the Silicon Valley. They have more multi-billionaires, concentration of multi-billionaires, than anywhere else in the United States. And now I found out that we have it right here in Fresno County. So as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to go make an attempt to get me at least a half gallon. Well, if I go all the way up there, I'll get a whole gallon. Yeah, even though it's more expensive. And so this was a big problem when Kevin Trudeau was talking about this. This is his book. New York Times best-selling book, 26 weeks straight in a row. All the information that was in here, they put him in prison for 10 years. All the information that's in here now, everybody's talking about it on social media now. All the information that's in here, that's what they're talking about now, 25 years later. When he was talking about this, you couldn't get no raw milk in California. The only place you could get it was Montana or Pennsylvania. And they were threatening to put that person in prison for having raw milk. 25 years later, it's completely different. Before, if you would talk like I'm talking right now, 25 years ago, when Kevin Trudeau was saying it and they threw him in prison, they would come and take you off the face of the earth. The mafia. What do you expect from the people who run 50% of the street drugs? Not only do they control the prescription drugs and over-the-counter drugs, but they also run 50% of the drugs on the street, according to Bob Beck, a research scientist for NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, California. Okay? And so he was like, well, what are we going to do? We need, you have to have milk. There's so much benefits of milk. Now you see the benefits of raw milk, and it's just off the charts. Okay? If you listen to Dr. Berg, you'll see what I'm saying. And now it's available. 25 years ago, it was not. This was a big problem because you have to have your vitamin D, your calcium, and all kinds of stuff. But you couldn't. You had to drink the other stuff for years and years, and you find out exactly what the detrimental effects of that are. Now you don't have to. Okay? So the rich people are buying it up left and right. And so if the poor people would also get on board with this and support it too and go down there and at least buy a half gallon of milk, this will drop the other sales of the garbage stuff that's at Walmart, and Walmart will pick this product up and the price will shoot down just like it did on the eggs. When eggs first came out on the market, the pasture raised eggs were $12 a dozen. Then Walmart picked them up and the price came down threefold. Now you can get top of the line pasture raised eggs at Walmart for $4 a dozen. Okay? And once you start buying the pasture raised eggs and eat the pasture raised eggs for like a month, and you go back and you eat the garbage eggs, the cheap, crappy ass ones that they make life a living hell for, it'll make you want to throw up. They look so disgusting when you crack them and put them in the pan. They look disgusting compared to the pasture raised eggs. Believe me, I took the other eggs that I had, I took them, I cooked them, and I gave them to the dog. Well, I ate a little bit of them first, but then I gave the rest to the dog. Because, you're not supposed to waste food. And so you saw the picture of the raw milk. They also have every other dairy product under the sun. Raw cheese. Okay? Raw cheddar cheese. They have yogurt, all made from organic and raw milk. They have ice cream. And at their store, they've got even more stuff. Go check out the website. You'll see all the stuff they got. Okay, so now this information is getting to the English-speaking people here in the United States. But the people who speak Spanish, who do not speak English, they're clueless. Hence, why do you think 99.8% of all the tortillas on the shelf have not caught on to what the English people have caught on to? Like Dave's Killer Bread and all kinds of different bread at Aldi. It's all made with good organic wheat or sprouted wheat. They got all kinds of breads on the shelf that are not made with the garbage enriched flour. Okay? It's catching on. And so much so that the schools in these communities where they have multi-billionaires, coincidentally, like in Sonoma County, Petaluma, the schools have got rid of the garbage bread because it's not bread, it's all freaking chemicals and preservatives, nasty crap. And they got rid of it and they put good bread in the schools in Sonoma County, in Petaluma, California. And the kids at first didn't like the bread, but now that they've been eating the bread, it's the kind of like the stuff you get at Aldi. Okay? Now they like the bread and they don't want the other garbage, nasty crap that's made with preservatives and freaking chemicals you can't even pronounce. high fructose corn syrup and freaking enriched flour. And other schools are starting to catch on board too. So the name of the company that is making the bread is right here in California, in Petaluma. I think it's in Petaluma. The name of the bread company is called Alvar- Alvarado. In Spanish, it's Alvarado. 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 I don't know. I can't say it right now. In English, it's Alvarado Street Bakery. Okay? Alvarado Street Bakery. And um, they're making this good bread, and they even supplying it to the schools for the kids to eat. And now the kids love it. And I understand why, because I've been eating the bread myself too. And and so um this company even tells you where they are getting their wheat from. They don't got nothing to hide. They're transparent. They even show you their ovens, how they cook. They use, brick ovens or something like that, and they're just completely transparent with everything that they're using. They tell you where they're getting their wheat from. And I guess they're getting most of their wheat from Utah, even though there are some places here in California where they actually grow organic wheat. And so this company, Alvarado Street Bakery, also was supplying wheat to one of the tortilla companies that was making tortillas out of the good wheat, organic wheat. They were making organic tortillas here in California. And the name of the company was LA Tortilla Factory, La Tortilla Factory. And um, they were getting their wheat from Alvarado Street Bakery. So they were getting the wheat from Utah. And so why are there no tortillas at Walmart or anywhere, any stores? Why are there no tortillas? Why? Because these other tortillas make damn well sure they don't put their tortillas on the shelf. That's the last thing they want the people to catch on to, because they're too busy raking in the money later on when these people have been eating them tortillas for decades, raking in the money from them having the O word, the H word, and the D word. Okay? That's why they're not on the shelves. The ones that are on the shelves are from a company on the East Coast, coming from Georgia. You mean to tell me they can't make some tortillas here in California? Okay? So now, as if that wasn't bad enough, and I told you those tortillas are coming from Georgia, I don't think they're organic. I don't think anyone's ever tested them. And so this company that was making them here in California, now they say, "Oh, well they moved to another state." No, they didn't move. They went out of business because they got bought out. Okay? They buy them and then they sink them. They sabotage them. They got bought out. And they're saying, "Oh well, they moved to Kansas." So you check out the company, and about 3 companies down, you find out who the real company is who bought the ass out. And you go in and you look at the CEOs. It's not a pretty picture. So they bought that company to sink it. That's why there's no good tortillas on the shelves. Okay? Because they're going out stomping and pouting. This car's charged. Because they're so accustomed to raking in that cash off the people being not well. And so, I don't know how the message is going to get out to that community, to tell you the truth, but in the English speaking communities, it's on fire right now. So, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more later. I'm going to find out those things that I needed to find out. I don't remember what they are right now. Thanks for tuning in. Signing out from Avenel, California at the Avenel High School. Thanks for leaving messages. Alan, I see ya. Thanks for leaving messages. We'll talk to y'all on the next video live stream.